owns, and that is Kwara in Ilori University, in University of Lagos for Southwest. The Ilori own is for North Central. The Bauchi own, Tafawa Balewa University, is for the Northeast. Haven't had the one Northwest and the one for Southeast. Now, they often say that charity begins at home. Now, I wanted to create one in Delta State. But as at the time I was doing this, there was no federal university in Delta State. The nearest that I could find was the one in University of Benin. So what did I do? Of course, I created that energy center. And not only that I created the center, I made sure that the director of that energy center comes from my federal constituency. And today, I can tell you that he has served very well for the period of almost close to 6 years. And we didn't stop at that. We went into what they call health. We decided to construct some comprehensive health centers. And we built these health centers in many communities within the 4 local governments. But the climax of building this comprehensive center turned out to be the 250-bed hospital, which I have just, through the help of Primary Healthcare Development Agency, who have just completed that. And today, that hospital made for child and women is ready for Mr. President's commission. It has been, all the equipment for that hospital has been supplied, 2 ambulances on stream, the generators to ensure that there is stable electricity is also there. But one thing that is very significant about that hospital is that not only that we have constructed the 250-bed hospital, we have 10 flats in that building, in that compound, which is for nurses and midwives. We also have 2 bungalows meant for resident doctors. So in effect, we will not want a situation where there will be complaints by patients because they cannot find their nurses or midwives or doctors at the point that the time comes for them to be attended to. Now, we went into roads. Before now, if you want to access Asaba from Uromi, it takes you 2.5 hours. But since I came into office, of course, in collaboration with my brother that I'm very proud of, Honorable Ned Nwoko, and the former chairman of PDP, the Edo State, Agwali, who is from Ewohimi, we decided to bring about reducing the number of hours that people spend in accessing Asaba. So right now, you no longer have to fly from Urobi, Ambo, to Asaba. You now reduce it by spending only 40 minutes. And how do you do that? You now take from Uromi to Ubiaja, Ubiaja to Ewohimi, Ewohimi to Idumujuboko, Idumujuboko to Onishubo, and straight you go to Asaba. That is what we have done. Not only that, there's also another construction that is going on between Ohodua in Edo State, Ubodu in Delta, Onichuku, Iseluku, again, that is ongoing, is being realized, and as I speak to you, work is going on that road. The third one happens to also be the one from Uta Bridge to Ila and Ebu. Under my office, that also has been completed, and I thank God that I witnessed the commissioning of that road by Mr. President, who was graciously represented by the Vice President. Now, that is not enough. We also have some associated roads that are currently being constructed from Idumuje to Onichuku, from Idumuogo to Onichuku, from Ashama to Budaka. Before now, if you have to go to Ashama, you have to take through a car to access Ashama, something that would have taken you 5 minutes from Ashama to Budaka. Now that road is already being constructed. And we didn't stop at that. We ventured into water. Before I came on board, of course, my brother, my predecessor, Honorable Pascal Adigwe, initiated the Ogwashuku Dam. Not only that I initiated it, but when I came on board, I, of course, followed it vigorously towards ensuring that that dam is funded. And so far, we have injected so much money in the tune of billions towards ensuring that that dam is completed. And I must commend also my senior sister, the Minister of Finance, who also has graciously made sure that whatever that is put in for that purpose is not removed by any chance. We also have built some boreholes in various communities, and those boreholes are meant to make life meaningful to the people. For instance, we have boreholes that have been constructed in Osokwa, Ishagu, Ewulu, Ashama, Olodu, Umuagu, Ekubulu, Ekwebulu, Opanam, Ebu, Abauno, Elechele, Anwan, and several other locations within Asaba Metropolis. And we also have initiated the provision of solar power motorized boreholes within Okogbele Aziz and Akwebulu and Uduke communities. Under housing, what did we do? We have decided to construct town halls in various communities for communities that cannot afford to fund the construction of such town halls, such as Onichuku, Akukwiwo, Ebu, Oko, Umwagu, Opanam, Ogwashuku, and other communities. The Ogwashuku one is currently still being constructed. Then under environment, of course, we're talking about erosion control, which we have done within the federal constituency that I serve. Under transport, we have also recognized the role of youth, recognized the role of women, and we told ourselves that my office cannot be complete without empowering the youth. What did we do? We procured 100 tricycles and 420 motorcycles, which we gave to the youth in the 42 wards for the purpose of them engaging it in commercial business so that they can assist their family. We didn't stop at that. Under women, we created what is called microfinance credit scheme. And that microfinance credit scheme is a non-revolving, non-interest payable loan. That loan is meant to support market women for their petty trading, and at the end of the day, use the proceeds to support their family. Now, under my leadership, as a member representing Anyocho Federal Constituency, we have also created enormous employment that is unbeatable. For instance, we have in our constituency so far employed over 200 youths in federal parastatals and agencies, namely the former power holding, the NAFDAC, NHIS, National Primary Healthcare, federal teaching hospitals, federal medical centers, immigration, customs, civil defense, army, National Identity Management Commission, and other agencies. On the issue of scholarship, we have, of course, created scholarship to help talented and intelligent students who could not afford quality education. I granted scholarship to 10 students in Nigerian universities, 4 students in foreign universities, and facilitated the NDTC scholarship grants to several deserving students for master's and PhD programs abroad. Under religion, due to my passion for Christ, due to my passion for God, for what God has done for me, and in the manner that I've ascended into the throne or in the Federal House of Reps, what did I do? I promised God when I was struggling to enter House of Reps, that if I enter, I told God, God, I enter this covenant with you, that if I enter, I will be the befitting church to serve him. And I can tell you that I have since completed a 1,000 capacity church, fully air-conditioned in my federal consensus, meant to allow people to worship God and praise him for his goodness. I did not only stop at that. I made sure that annually that I sponsor pilgrims to Holy Land for the purpose of praying for my leader, my great leader with whom I am well placed. No any other person than the man that is called a transformer, President Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan. I send people to Jerusalem. I send people to Holy Land to pray for him. I also send people to pray for my governor. Dr. Emmanuel Eweta Udwaga, a man that accepted